And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
One day more, another day, another destiny, this never-ending road to Cal. Oh, I just love that musical, Les Mis, or Les Miserables. I'm not always good at pronouncing French words, but I love the musical. Yeah, this isn't based on a musical, it's based on a book. The book's good, pretty long, but good. And this is from a new company here, Escape Velocity Games, where they're making games based on books, making the games actually look like a book. All right, so this is called Les Miserables, Eve of Rebellion, and it is about the different characters in the book and their relationship with one another. You're trying to get points by having these characters reach their goals. Their goals might not always be the best goals in the world. Let's see how it plays. You have a deck here that's made up of many named characters. So we can see the bishop here and also some just common characters. Townfolk, student, a soldier, peasant, student, and lots of different characters from the book here that are named. And there's Jean Valjean, an aristocrat. So I'm going to have all these cards here. 3 of them are face up. So we see Cassette, a peasant, Inspector Javert. Everyone's going to get 2 cards. You're going to look at them. You're going to keep one. I'll keep Madam here. And then the other one you're going to get rid of. And you're going to decide whether to save them or to kill them. There's 2 different piles here next to the board. Then players are going to take turns. And on your turn, you have one action that you can do. One of these actions is taking a card. So I might say, I want Inspector Javert. I put him in front of me. And then we'll refill this in. Or you can take the top card of the deck, and if you do that, you can reveal it and put it in front of you, or you can add it and have it face down so no one knows exactly who you have. A second thing you can do is you can use a card. The different cards have special abilities on them. So this guy here says he can save or kill this aristocrat. So I pick which one. Then I score one of my cards, reducing the save kill of these symbols required by 1. So you'll see there's different symbols here that are on the cards. Here, hearten, place the tableau cards under the draw deck in any order. That's these 3 cards here. And then fully replenish tableau, then use another one of your cards. Beseech, place one of your cards under the deck. If you do, you may score one of your cards. So there's these special abilities that you have. Inspector Javert can kill someone. He can turn over the top card. He picks one of these 3 symbols. So let's say he picks coin. Look at the top card. If it has that symbol, save it or kill it. Otherwise, take it. It's Jean Valjean. He doesn't have any of those symbols. So I'll take him. So the other thing you do besides taking a card or using its action is you can score the card. So here, for example, it says kill Valjean or kill 12 soldiers or daggers or whatever those symbols are. So I can say I'm going to score him, and that means I need to look in the kill deck, and I'm going to tell everyone truthfully if Valjean is in there. No, he's not in there, and I know that because I just drew him in my hand. And is there 12 of those daggers in the kill deck? There's not. So if that's the case, too bad. I don't get any points. Otherwise, you'll take the points that are right here. Either way, once you score, you're going to then decide whether to save or kill the person that you scored. So you're only going to be able to score each person once. Now, had I known Jean Valjean was in there, I might have done it. I'd get the 2 points for having him dead, and then I might be like, I'll save Inspector Javert, or I might kill him and put him on the kill pile. So you're just going to keep doing that and scoring back and forth. You're going to be either taking a card, using a card, or scoring a card. The game is triggered when this draw pile is exhausted for the first time, and it's possible that you can get more cards back in there, and everyone takes one last turn, and then you'll lose 1 point for each card you still have. So you're going to want to make sure you play these cards in front of you, and then whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. The components for this game are okay. The coins are okay for points. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. In fact, I would have also made the symbols on the cards different colors just for ease. And there's a lot of text on here. There's some, this ancient-y, scripty stuff ain't so easy to read. And I don't know, I just think that the whole game could have looked better. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. Graphic design is meh at best. So unfortunately, I can't say a whole lot of good things about the production except the box. I love the box. I love there's like art in the box. It's one of those magnetic boxes. And they give you a card that shows you have a reference card that shows every card in the game and what their scoring is and what symbols they have on them. And on the other side, it tells you how to, what you can do in your turn. So that's good. But overall, production for this game is average. Okay, so we're taking a look at this game here, and I'm coming into it with the knowledge of the book, and I really think you have to. Okay, if you've never read this book, then don't even bother playing this game, because it won't make sense to you. Like, why does this character want to marry this character, and this character hates this character? Well, it makes sense when you read the book. And if you read the book, though, you will enjoy it that much more. The theme really comes out. Now, this is a small game. It is essentially this many cards plus some coins. It's not a big game, and I've already said that the production value is not that spectacular, and yet I enjoyed this game. I enjoy it because of the stories it tells to some degree. You have some pretty simple actions. You're going to draw a card or use these abilities, although the abilities are different. Like this soldier can kill one of my own cards or a tableau card, and then I can look through the kill pile. This guy can save one of my cards, put on the save thing. If I do, I can save or kill a tableau card. The peasant here, I already mentioned that they can be siege. Cassette, I already talked about her a little bit. Let's look at some other characters here. This guy can save any tableau card. This guy is a martyr. He kills himself. General Lamarck. Then you can score any number of your face down cards. You can score them again, or no, face down card. And you have the face down cards. When you use your ability, you can be like, I'm using this ability. So there's some give and take in this game, right? You have these abilities, and they make sense thematically. Soldiers kill. Inspector Javert is going after the main character of this thing. He's just hunting him down. I'll get him. That sort of thing. Where's Jean Valjean? And he'll find him. So that makes sense thematically. The abilities themselves are usually putting people in the save or kill pile, and you're listening and watching and saying, okay, how many symbols are in each pile? And there's a little bit of memory involved there, or you have things that let you just look through the pile. And then the best time to score. I might sit here and go, okay, well, here's the bishop. If I save Valjean, he's 2 points. If I save 10 daggers, coins, and crowns, a point. If I save 25, 4 points. I don't think there's 25 symbols in that deck, but I know Jean Valjean's been saved. So should I just take those 2 points, or should I wait and try to get more points from this card? So there's a little bit of that going on, but the game plays pretty quickly. There's a little bit of take that, where you're going after other players, but it's mostly about seeing how all the cards interplay. Now, this makes for a slightly clunky experience. The game isn't as smooth as I'd want it to be, but I think that clunkiness is kind of redeemed by the strength of the story coming through these cards. And while I'm not a huge fan of the artwork does match. You don't look at this and be like, who is that? No, it's Jean Valjean, right? And that's neat. And so I'm glad what they did here. It's like, hey, you read the book, now play the game. And that's kind of where this comes from. So it's not fantastic or great, but it does seem like if you like the book, this would be a fun thing to do, because you'll end up singing the songs probably, but you'll also look at the characters and say, in this game, Inspector Javert survived. I know, spoilers. Or in this game, he caught Jean Valjean and took him out. Oh, that's different. That's not quite so much a happy ending, but it is if you're Inspector Javert. And so I like how these stories kind of interweave, and it's also a fairly quick and simple game. So I like it. Les Mis. One more day. Another day, another destiny. Dice Tower Judgment approved.